I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, or on a magic carpet ride. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. Prince Ali, Babyliss, he, Ali Ababa. Genuine flex, show some respect, down on one knee. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend like me. You never had a friend like me. Damn. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Alex Molina 93 here. Today is gonna be my review of Disney's Aladdin 2019 movie. I'm a huge fan of the original Aladdin growing up since I was a kid. I mean, it was released 1992, the year I wasn't born yet because I'm from 1993. That's why you see my username on YouTube, Alex Molina 93. Just to let you know. So, I mean, the original Aladdin, it is one of my favorite Disney movies ever made. I mean, I like its story, I like the characters, I like everything they made for this movie, especially the legendary Robin Williams as the genie. I mean, he was wisecracking, he was charismatic, and he was very funny as well.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
That's it. 3. One of those trays. No substitutions, exchanges, or refund. Let's see. Chicken a la king? No. Yeah, that's king crab. Ow. I hate when I do that. Caesar salad. Et tu brute? Nope. Aha. To make a prince.
Make me a prince.
All right! Yo, yo, woo, woo, woo.
First, that fez and vest combo is much too 3rd century. These patches, what are we trying to say? Beggar? No. Let's work with me here.
Ooh, I like it muy much. Hey. That's a good move. I can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug. Your line is, I'm going to free the genie. Anytime.
Genie, I can't.
Sure you can. You just go, Genie, I wish you...
You know, Al, I'm getting really...
I don't think you're him. Tonight, the part of Al will be played by a tall, dark, and sinister, ugly man.
And cannot believe Robin Williams is gone in. I mean, this is something we can remember him at least. I mean, his legacy still goes on. If you haven't watched the original, I recommend you watch it. It's an incredible movie. And I also memorized some of the lines that this movie has. Like, for example, well, how about that, Mr. Dumpty Mustafa? Oh, you sure showed me. Now about my 3 wishes. Does my ears deceive me? 3? You're down by 1, boy! Oh no, I never actually wished to get out of the cave. You did that on your own. Oh, I feel sheepish.
Alright, you bad boy, but no more freebies.
Okay, since the announcement of Aladdin live action movie coming out, I wasn't sure what to think about it, because what is the point of remaking every single animated classic into live action? Like Disney, come on! The original Aladdin has aged very well. The same thing with The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast. So what is the point of turning them into live action into this generation? Oh, I know why. It's because of the money. The money, the money. It's all about the money. I mean, at first I was thinking about how they're gonna make this movie good and make it very faithful to the original. And I was watching some of the actors that they chose. Mena Massoud, I never heard of him until the announcement of this movie. Same with Marwan Kenzari. Naomi Scott, I only heard of her because of Lemonade Mouth. Her singing is very nice. And also the latest Power Rangers. And Will Smith as well. I'm not gonna talk about it. Everybody knows who Will Smith is. And after hearing some of the promising things, I was getting excited to watch this Aladdin live action movie. I mean, the teaser trailer, I thought it was okay. And after that, some people are having mixed feelings about this Aladdin live action movie because of Will Smith being shown for the first time as a genie. And honestly, it looked crap. And some other actor I have a problem with. I'll talk about it later on this video. But since the official trailer came out, almost everybody was getting excited for it, and it looked promising, and it looked just as good as original. And after that, I was getting hyped. I mean, I'm not getting my expectations way too high, but I was hoping for this movie to be just as good as original. Some of you are asking me if I enjoyed this movie. Honestly, I did. It wasn't bad like some people are making up to be, while some other people are saying that it is a masterpiece. It is none of those two things, okay? I can say this. It is decent. It is an alright movie. It is an okay movie. But I'll talk some of the stuff that it really works and some of the stuff it didn't work for Aladdin live action. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Like the original Aladdin, it is a fantasy and romantic movie, and it is based on 1001 Nights, which basically tells the story of Aladdin, a Middle Eastern fairy tale. The presentation for it is good though. The setting for Agrabah looks colorful, and this time it looks very different compared to the animated one, like it is a mix between India and Arabia. Very strange though, but okay. In this live action, we have Mena Massoud playing as Aladdin, Will Smith as Genie, Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine, Navid Negaban as Sultan, Marwan Kenzari as Jafar, Alan Tudyk as Iago. Sadly, this time Gilbert Gottfried didn't reprise his role as Iago since he's the face of Iago, and he didn't return for this Aladdin movie. Oh well. And legendary Frank Welker reprises Abu, Raja, and Cave of Wonders. The two new characters added for this Aladdin movie are Dahlia, a handmaiden and Jasmine's best friend, played by Nassim Pedrad, I think, and also Prince Anders, played by Billy Magnussen. The story basically has the same plot, but with some differences here and there, since it has a different writing and dialogue, which means that this live-action Aladdin has new direction. If you don't know about Aladdin's story in the original, then you should watch this review, just not to spoil it for you, remind you. The story begins with a mariner navigating on the small boat with his family, telling his children the story of Aladdin, the princess, and the lamp. It starts with a kind-hearted poor boy Aladdin, with some people in Agrabah like to call him Street Rat, and his pet monkey Abu stealing valuable objects to sell them for food. In this version they steal objects, and in the animated one they just steal food. What a coincidence. Right at the beginning they met a beautiful girl and Princess of Agrabah, Jasmine, wearing a white cloak, who refuses to marry a prince instead of a person she'll truly love. She gets in trouble by giving poor starving children some bread on the marketplace without paying, But Aladdin arrived just in time, helping her get away from trouble, using Jasmine's bracelet that her mother gave it to her for a payback, but recovered it quickly. How'd he do that? I don't know. Maybe some stealing skills, he has. Maybe. Soon after that, they are chased by the guards throughout Agrabah, performing One Jump Ahead. Back to Aladdin's home, he and Jasmine discuss to each other about their problems and how they are living with their lives lately. And Jasmine makes Aladdin believe that she's a handmaiden and not a princess. Okay. After discussion, Jasmine rushes to the palace to see a prince from another kingdom coming to Agrabah. Jasmine asks Aladdin for her bracelet, but he was unable to give it to her because Abu stole it on purpose.
You stupid little monkey.
That made her believe that Aladdin was tricking her, just pretending to be her friend, and she just left right away. Back at the palace, they met an idiotic and self-proclaimed Prince Anders, who is supposedly a suitor husband for Jasmine, and who resembles Prince Ahmed from the original, who's frankly more arrogant than him. There's nothing to talk about Prince Anders since he appeared just a few minutes, only meeting Jasmine and been bitten by Roger the Tiger just for some good laughs. Meanwhile, the Grand Vizier Jafar is getting tired of being the second best and seeks to get a magic lamp hidden on the Cave of Wonders so he could become Sultan of Agrabah, but only a person who's a diamond in the rough can proceed to the cave, and the person Jafar finds who is not diamond in the rough ends up being perished anyway. Also, Jafar wants to take over the other kingdom of Jasmine's mother, but Jasmine and Sultan refuse to do it. Jafar and Iago discover that Aladdin is sneaking to the palace, and perhaps he may be a diamond in the rough, according to Iago, who keeps spying for Jafar. Aladdin goes to see Jasmine, returning her bracelet, forgiving him, and later, after discussing with her and her maiden and best friend Dahlia, Aladdin gets captured from the orders of Jafar. Jafar, without disguising as an old man like in the original this time, and just being himself, takes Aladdin to the desert, explaining that he was once a thief, just like Aladdin, and he proposes a deal to Aladdin to make him rich, to impress Princess Jasmine, in exchange to get a lamp on Cave of Wonders. At night, they go to the Cave of Wonders. Jafar tells Aladdin not to touch anything inside but the lamp. The cave says that only a diamond in the rough may enter. Inside the cave, they are avoiding touching the treasure, and they encounter a magic carpet helping them find a lamp. Right after Aladdin obtains the lamp, Abu, for not listening, he grabbed a ruby, causing inside the cave to collapse. They are escaping very quickly, about making through the exit in a short length compared to the original, which lasted a little longer and been more emotional than this version. Jafar, however, in a stubborn way, not willing to help Aladdin and Abu get out of the collapsing cave, he desperately wants to get a lamp and betrays both Aladdin and Abu, throwing them out, getting trapped. Luckily, Abu stole the lamp from Jafar, and Magic Carpet tells Aladdin to rub the lamp, releasing no other than the blue, humorous and wisecracking genie, who's been stuck on the lamp for 1,000 years. Genie introduces himself, giving a song, the hip-hop version of Never Had a Friend Like Me, also giving instructions to Aladdin that one certain person releasing Genie and holding the lamp can only have 3 wishes in total, with conditions that he cannot make anybody fall in love, neither revive someone from the dead. Isn't Genie supposed to say the other rule that he cannot kill anybody?
Rule number 1, I can't kill anybody.
Yeah, so don't ask.
While in a desert, Genie, who transformed himself as a human, asks Aladdin what other wish he wants, not counting the so-called first wish to get out of the cave, discovering that Aladdin and Abu cheated. Before Aladdin thinks what to wish, he asks Genie what he wishes for, and it is a freedom from servitude. Aladdin promises Genie to free him as his last wish after granting first 2 wishes. Aladdin wishes to become a prince to be with Jasmine because the law says that only a prince can marry a princess. Genie organizes everything for Aladdin, giving him some fancy prince clothes, turning Abu into an elephant, and making a parade on Agrabah to introduce Aladdin as Prince Ali Ababwa, performing the song Prince Ali. The rest of townspeople, Sultan and Dahlia, were impressed on the parade, but Jasmine wasn't, unfortunately. Jafar, you know how he feels. After failing in embarrassment to impress everybody inside the palace with the gifts and jams, Aladdin and Genie are in the party planning how to talk to Jasmine without being nervous, but she suddenly has pleasure to dance with him. On the dance, Genie helps Aladdin perform impressive dancing moves, getting more cheers from everybody except Jasmine for no reason. Aladdin still wants to be with her somehow to win her heart. Genie is also in love with Dahlia and wants to go out with her. Wow, Genie already has a love interest. Jasmine wants to find out where Prince Ali's kingdom is located, so Genie helps Aladdin put his non-existent kingdom on the map to make her believe. After that, Aladdin offers Jasmine a ride on a magic carpet to see the world, singing A Whole New World, visiting the environments throughout Agrabah. Jasmine discovers Aladdin his true identity, but Aladdin lies that he disguises as a poor boy just to get out of a life as a prince, in some occasions the same way Jasmine does with her life as a princess. Aladdin and Jasmine are in love to each other and share their first kiss, being their best date ever. Also for Genie and Dahlia. Jafar discovers that he's actually Aladdin in disguise, capturing him tied up in a chair. Jafar threatens him drowning on the sea unless he tells him where the lamp is, but Aladdin refuses to tell him, so Jafar pushes him to the sea. Just in time, Abu and Magic Carpet drop the lamp to Aladdin so he could summon Genie, wishing to save him from being drowned. Aladdin tells Jasmine and Sultan on what Jafar has done to him this morning and confront him. Jafar hypnotizes Sultan with his staff to be against Aladdin, but Aladdin notices that he's controlled and breaks Jafar's staff for good. They expose Jafar, ended up being arrested. Sultan and everybody thank Aladdin and they offer him to be the next Sultan of Agrabah. Unfortunately, Aladdin is not pleased and reluctantly refuses to free Genie as his final wish for being lied being a prince, making Genie upset. Iago steals the dungeon keys to release Jafar. Soon after that, Aladdin was about to go home, but out of nowhere Jafar stole the magic lamp with his stealing skills. Now being able to use Genie, he wishes to be Sultan of Agrabah. Aladdin notices that the lamp was stolen and goes back to the palace to stop Jafar's plans. Jafar, now as Sultan, he orders Hakim and the soldiers to imprison Jasmine, Sultan, and Dahlia. Jasmine performs her own new song made for this movie called Speechless, Not Giving Up Hope and Surrender. She tells Hakim that he's a better soldier for the good side instead of serving for the evil side, reminding him his past of becoming a great soldier from his efforts. Hakim, now against Jafar, Jafar wishes to become the most powerful sorcerer and he takes Raja and every soldier to the dungeon. Aladdin wasn't able to grab the lamp and Jafar sends both Aladdin and Abu to the snowy area, but Genie sends Magic Carpet to bring them back to Agrabah. Jafar threatens Jasmine to marry him, if not he'll kill both Sultan and Dahlia. Sadly, Jafar didn't sing Prince Ali. I guess Marwan Kenzari cannot sing, but who knows. Bummer. On the marriage, Jasmine refuses to marry him and grabs the lamp from Jafar, escaping alongside Aladdin, riding the magic carpet. Jafar transforms Iago into a giant parrot, sending him to retrieve the lamp, chasing our heroes throughout Agrabah. Also, no giant snake battle in this version? Don't get me wrong, the giant parrot sequence was a cool addition, but what about Jafar transforming into a giant snake? The battle was epic and iconic, so why they didn't brought that in this live action? It would have been cool to have it, Disney. It needs action too. Oh well. Right after that, Jafar got the lamp back. He overpowers everybody, claiming that there's nothing they can do to stop him from being a powerful sorcerer. Apparently, Aladdin has an idea tricking Jafar by mocking him being the second best, and that a genie is actually the most powerful being in existence. Jafar refusing to become the second best, he wishes to be the most powerful genie, but unfortunately for him, he notices that genies have no freedom. They instead have to serve for their own masters. Aladdin locks Jafar alongside Iago sucking inside his black lamp. Genie throws the black lamp to the Cave of Wonders, restoring everything back to normal. Genie notices that Aladdin and Jasmine are still in love to each other, despite being lied for being a prince. It doesn't matter anyway, so Genie convinces Aladdin to get rid of the law of prince marrying a princess only. Instead, Aladdin decides to do the right thing, freeing the genie as his final wish, keeping his promise after all. Turning himself as human, not being blue. I have a question, does he still have magic powers even though he's free? Just curious. Genie and Dahlia decide to travel the world together, get married, and have kids. Yes, people, it is revealed that the mariner is the genie all this time, and Dahlia is his wife at the beginning of the movie. Sultan notices that her daughter Jasmine loves Aladdin and has strong ambitions, turning her into a Sultan of Agrabah. Right after Aladdin leaves the palace, Jasmine chooses him to be her husband. They got married, starting their new life together as family. Wow, they just got married in this movie. On the original, they didn't marry until Aladdin and the King of Thieves. And that's how Aladdin 2019 ends. Okay, before we get into some of the stuff I liked in this Aladdin live action movie, I have one problem with a certain actor who doesn't make sense to be that character. And you want to know who I'm talking to? Is Mena Massoud as Aladdin? Nope. Is Will Smith as the genie? Nope. Is Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine? Yeah, no. It's Marwan Kenzari as Jafar. Like, Disney, what were you thinking? Of all the actors that exist in this world who could sound menacing and evil, just like the iconic villain Jafar, and also looking exactly like Jafar, and yet you choose Marwan Kenzari as Jafar? Really? Does this sound menacing and evil to you, Disney? Let's check him out, shall we?
You stumbled upon an opportunity. I can make you rich. Rich enough to impress a princess. There's a cave of wonders. Bring me the lamp. Your life begins now, Aladdin.
Oh my god, like of all the people who could sound menacing and evil and look just like Jafar, and yet you choose Marwan Kenzari as Jafar? I have no words to say. Unbelievable, Disney. Unbelievable. Let me clarify this. I have nothing against the actor himself. And I'll give him this. He tried the best he could to be a good character, to be an iconic villain. Jafar. But the thing is, Disney and Guy Ritchie, Jafar isn't supposed to be handsome. He's not supposed to be younger, and he does not supposed to sound like that. He's supposed to be a little bit older, to be specific, ugly, and sound deeper, to be menacing and evil. It's like you guys rushed to find the actor for Jafar. This isn't a right actor. I'm sorry. He doesn't fit. He really doesn't. And I'm sorry I say this to Marwan Kenzari, but come on, guys. You're better than that. All the actors for this Aladdin are okay. They're fine. But this guy right here, to be an iconic villain Jafar, no. I am not pleased with it. Nobody likes this Jafar. Look how I reacted, the way he talked in this official trailer reaction video I did months ago. Disney and Guy Ritchie, you really dropped the ball. And he's not gonna be remembered. This version of Jafar is not gonna be remembered as a great villain. He's gonna be remembered as cringeworthy and a laughing stock in this live action, while everybody else did just fine, and nobody has complaints about everybody else besides him. I'm sorry, Disney and Guy Ritchie. I don't know what you were thinking. I really don't. I mean, does this... Now let's see how Jafar is supposed to sound like. Shall we?
You are late. Now, remember, bring me the lamp. The rest of the treasure is yours, but the lamp is mine.
Patience, Iago, patience. Gazim was obviously less than worthy.
Yes, only one may enter. I must find this diamond in the rough.
Even I can do a better impression of Jafar. Watch this. Now, remember, bring me the lamp. The rest of the treasure is yours, but the lamp is mine. If only I've gotten that lamp. Now it is time to say goodbye to Prince Ababu. I like the way you think, Iago. You see, it isn't hard to do. You should have told him to use a deeper voice, but no. It looks like he has a helium voice. Shame on you, Disney. Shame on you, Guy Ritchie. For real. Overall, it is a decent and alright movie that almost tries to capture the same spirit of the animated classic. Mena Massoud, not the greatest singer in the world, but he did very well playing as Aladdin. Naomi Scott fits very well as Jasmine, very beautiful, having more character into her, being a very strong female character who wants for the best of Agrabah, and has more fabulous costumes throughout the movie. And I'll miss her red outfit, by the way. To be honest, I kind of feel like this Jasmine is a little bit better than the original Jasmine because of her stronger personality and because of her strong feelings to be a great ruler of Agrabah. But don't tell the original self that I like Naomi Scott's version a little bit more than her.
How dare you? All of you, standing around deciding my future? I am not a prize to be won.
Hey, wait a minute, don't go, Jasmine.
What?
I still like you. I was just kidding. I'm just making her feel a little bit better. But you're still great. Don't get me wrong, Jasmine. I still like you. Is it hot here or is it just me? I think it is me. Will Smith as the genie is my favorite character in the entire movie, with his great charisma, humor, being a fun character, and also being his own version of Genie. Because if he imitates Robin Williams, he wouldn't have done right. Will Smith himself said he wasn't sure about playing as Genie since he doesn't want to screw up Robin Williams' legacy. Not as amazing as Robin Williams as a Genie, but still very good, I can say. Navid Negahban as Sultan was okay, being wiser and calm, but I prefer the Sultan from the original being more jolly and fun. Dahlia seems like a good addition, having another female character other than Jasmine, and being Genie's love interest. Marwan Kenzari, instead of being menacing and badass, he was shallow and uninteresting. I'm sorry. Iago with Alan Tudyk did fine voicing him, but I prefer Gilbert Gottfried even more, and also he seems like a downgrade compared to previous Iago, who's more energetic, easily tempered, and has more character into it. This Iago, however, portrays as a generic parrot you see in real life, not talking too much and only acting as a slave and a spy, lacking characterization.
Oh, there's a big surprise! That's an incredible... I think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die from that surprise!
I know, right, Iago? The Cave of Wonders, I was not that impressed by it. He was part of my nightmares when I was a child. At first seeing him in the teaser trailer, he gave me chills because of his demonic voice. But after that, not anymore. His design looks cool and all, despite looking more like a lion opposed to being a tiger in the original coming from the sand. However, he's lifeless, has no expression, and he doesn't move his mouth either. He just stands there with his mouth wide open.
Only one may enter here.
Also, we only see him moving when an intruder enters a cave. His eyes and mouth light up, and he's stuck on the mountain. I'm glad Frank Welker reprised his role, but it isn't enough to make up for him being lifeless and non-animated. If they could animate the blue CGI Genie, Abu, Raja, and Iago, why not Cave of Wonders as well? Even his musical spectacular version from Disneyland is more impressive, and honestly, it should have been done like this.
Who dares approach the Cave of Wonders? Only the... You again? God damn it! You are never going to get that lamp. Forget about it, please!
Oops. Now that's better. Okay, enough of characters. The music, I really did like all of them. They all sound good enough, and the new song Speechless from Naomi Scott, I really liked it as well. And it is cool that the legendary composer Alan Menken did return to make the music for this Aladdin movie. The CGI effects are passable, but they need a little bit more polish, I have to admit. The CGI characters look good, such as Abu, Raja, Magic Carpet, Iago, and the CGI Blue Genie. It has good humor for some good laughs because it needs to be funny. The costumes made for everybody are more modernized and they all look cool. But not everything has to be clean though. Aren't some costumes supposed to be covered with sand in more scenes? You know, to be more realistic? Just saying. And I really like that not everything is copy and paste to make different and fresh when it comes to dialogue, because it wouldn't make sense for everything to be exactly the same. But the problem I have is that it has some lack of consistencies in terms of writing. For example, A Whole New World, while the song is great, but the presentation for it seems lacking. Aren't they supposed to go to different places such as Egyptian, Rome, and China? Not the environments closer to Agrabah? Same thing with Prince Ali's song being very small and less energetic compared to Robin Williams' version of it. While I do welcome new stuff added, but the thing is, Disney, don't take away some of the stuff we already liked in the original. No need for them to be removed. The highlights are its presentation, setting, music, different dialogue, performances, and characterizations, with Mena Massoud, Will Smith, and Naomi Scott being my favorites. Its humor, the costumes, and the story being almost faithful. If it wasn't for Marwan Kenzari as Jafar and picked the right actor for the iconic Disney villain, maybe Iago and Cave of Wonders, their characterizations being better than how they are right now. If they polished just a little bit more the CGI effects, do a better writing for some things that are missing, and didn't take away a few stuff we already love in Aladdin 1992, this would have been just as good as the animated classic. But how it is right now? Not a single chance. Thank God it isn't a disaster like some people expected. I did enjoy some of the stuff this Aladdin adaptation offered, but I agree that it could have been much better, I have to say. So that is all my review of Disney's Aladdin 2019 movie. I did enjoy it. I thought it was decent. I thought it was okay. It is not bad like some people claim to be, but it isn't great either. But to be fair, I'm one of those people who wish for this Aladdin live action to be better. If I was Guy Ritchie, I would have delayed this movie till 2020, till all the problems are fixed and they find a better actor for Jafar than the current one we have in this movie. But you know, that's just me though. Do I recommend this movie to anybody? Well, kind of. If you're a die-hard Aladdin fan, if you're convinced after watching the trailers, you may enjoy this movie. But don't expect to be exactly the same as original. But if you're one of these people who have outgrown the Disney live actions, you may not like this movie. I don't blindly hate all Disney live actions. I'll give them credit where credit is due, to be fair. And you know, that's all it is. Well, hope you guys enjoyed my review of Aladdin 2019 movie. Hope you guys enjoyed it if you haven't already. If you're not convinced, I could understand why you're not excited to watch Aladdin 2019. I respect your opinion. Opinion is opinion, people. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Feel free to subscribe to my channel for more videos to come for you guys to enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and a like button below. And comment in the section below of what you guys think about Aladdin 2019 movie. If you enjoyed it or not, it is your choice. So, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Peace. Just like that.